Today, I want to remember and offer praise to the memory of a man named Hugo, a Guatemalan immigrant to the United States who was homeless at the time, that on April 18th in the early AM 2010 in the Jamaica Queens neighborhood of New York City gave his life for a complete and perfect stranger. A woman who was being mugged by a man wielding a knife, and Hugo sprung into action to defend this woman, and then ended up himself being stabbed in the torso multiple times. Still tried to chase after the attacker, who fled. The lady who he saved also left, um, and then he collapsed, and for the next hour plus bled to death, while something over 20 people walked by him, stepped over him, and none offered aid until he had met his final end. Now, there are so many large injustices that are going on in the world and in our nation today. There are little injustices, if there is such a thing. There are huge acts of heroism and smaller acts of heroism, if there is such a thing as a small act of heroism. And what we find are many of these heroic acts are being done by very normal, average, everyday people who make sacrifices for others, sometimes people they know, sometimes complete strangers. And after this happened all these years ago, I was inspired to write a song about Hugo called The Patron Saint of Jamaica Queens. I hope you'll check that out, listen to it. It tells the story much better, I think, than I am at the moment. And remember him, because he was a homeless immigrant who died for a complete stranger because he believed that it was the right thing to do. And that is a true hero.